Hello and welcome to Brew Review. Today's brew being reviewed is Dead Pony Club and it's from the brewery BrewDog. And it probably seems like the only types of beers that I review on this channel are from BrewDog, but let me assure you I do try other ones. But this is one that I just sort of have to review. It's another one of my favourites, and it's a headliner from BrewDog, as I've just said. So it's one of their more famous, it's one of the ones that they constantly have in their bars, and genuinely it's one that I'd say probably rivals their most famous, which is of course Punk IPA. Now, Dead Pony Club, it's a session pale ale. It's only 3.8%, so it's a bit lighter than Punk IPA and a lot lighter than some of the other offerings from BrewDog, but it's still an incredibly good drink. I've got it in a can here, although I do actually have it in a bottle. I just thought I'd mix things up on this channel a little bit. And you can tell, like, looking at the can, the artwork is absolutely fantastic once again. It's pretty simple. It's just the typography that we normally have on BrewDog, BrewDog cans, BrewDog bottles. But it looks really good and it looks really smart, and you know, as one of the headliners, it has its own dedicated colour. This one's green, as we know Punk IPA's is blue, and then there's a 5am Saint, which is soon to be discontinued, which is red, so it'll be interesting to see what goes into that. I'm sure I'll review that down the line. But the malts in this session pale ale are Cara and Crystal, and the hops are Simcoe, Citra and Mosaic, and you can definitely taste the citrus malts in this drink. It's an incredibly citrusy, sort of limey aroma. It's incredibly, as bad as it sounds, easy to drink. It's very enjoyable, very sort of definition of the session pale ale, and that sounds like, you know, I'm being a bit over the top with my words here, but genuinely it's difficult to think of one that's actually easier to drink than this one. And maybe that's because of the low alcohol percentage, or maybe it's just because of the amazing blend of hops that go into it. I believe it's styled in a sort of American style Pacific Coast sort of way. I'm not massively clued up on US style pale ales and things like that, but it seems like it's one that's definitely had a lot of thought put into it, and considering it's so popular and tastes so good and so easy to drink, it's no wonder that they've kept it around as one of the headliners. And it bodes well that it's one of the ones that's also managing to stay around when you know, BrewDog's going through this period of releasing their new Punk manifesto, where they're getting rid of some of their old drinks like 5am Saint and bringing out some new ones. It shows how popular this one must be that they're keeping it around after all these years. So, if I was to give this an arbitrary figure out of 5, I'd have to say that it's probably about, I'm going to be very generous here, and I'm going to say it's a 4.5 out of 5. I think it's an absolutely incredible drink. It's so easy to drink, it's so nice, the citrus is amazing, and I can think of very few session pale ales that are better than what it does. But you know that I'm a big fan of BrewDog. You know that I'm going to be very biased with my review here. So please do tell me what your opinions are of this drink. What do you think to it? And also, of course, what other drinks should I review next? Thank you very much for spending a couple minutes with me here today, and I'll see you in the next video.